Yes, guys, Happy New Year. And it's a nightmare at Chelsea Football Club. Enzo Maresca has quit. He left Chelsea after a mutual agreement between Maresca and the club. What really happened? Enzo Maresca left the club due to the fact that he felt he had no control over his players. Some decisions was not the final decision on some players, especially injured players, was not on him. It was on medical staff, especially when a player, injured player, has to come back to the squad. How many minutes a player, injured player, should play in the game, those was the decision to make only from the medical staff. Enzo Maresca has no say on that case. And that made Maresca really feel like the club is not backing him. We can even try to break down what he said after the game of Everton. He said, 48 hours has been a nightmare, the worst 48 hours of his life. What he meant by that? From my understanding, I think due to this fact of it was medical staff decision for injured players when to be back to the team, how many minutes they should play. Apparently, during that game, the game of Champions League, we lost at Atalanta by 2-1. Maybe there was some discussion why you play this way, why you rotate this player, and Enzo Maresca had read enough, and he was fed up and decided to speak his mind. He said it like it is. And some people, especially directors and owners, they didn't like it. That's why he felt like the club isn't backing him. And I can understand really him. I understand him. If they told you, look, do this, and if something went wrong, because you did something based on what you've been told to do, and some people come and, telling you that you should have done this, but in the first hand, it was them who said, do this thing. Basically, do as you told. If things go bad, went wrong, it's always a manager question. But if a manager doesn't have full control on his squad, what do you expect him to do? If something went wrong, especially during the game, if you lose the game, and why we lose the game, if you want to track why we lose the game, it's all lead to other stuff, other people who are not even involved in coaching stuff, medical stuff. It's not a problem for Enzo Maresca. If this is what really made him quit, I think we have a problem at Chelsea Football Club. We really have a problem, and it's been really long time since they took over of this blue coat. Chelsea Football Club is a nightmare, especially on footballing level. We have big problems, and I think we are nowhere near to come to a better way of sorting out this problem we have. Why am I saying this? Since they took over of Bruco, now Maresca is fifth manager to quit or being sacked. Call it whatever you want to call it. 5 managers within almost 4 years. It's a problem. When you look in the big picture of Chelsea Football Club now under Blue core, new model, recruiting young players, youngsters, all bunch of kids under 25 years old, and this wage range has restrained Chelsea or a new manager to recruit those players, big boys, these players with a pedigree, who will come in a squad, know how to do things with the right mentality, how to play to the club, big club like Chelsea. We are lacking this. And they are the owners who decided this model. And when the manager comes, join the project, and things start not to click, and you are like, look, you have all players, what and what, you have all players on in your disposal, do something. It's not all about him. Sometimes it's a reality. These young players, whether I like it or not, some will be stars and others will fail to make it to the next level. That's the reality. So far, we have even seen some players at Chelsea who failed to make it, who you can see they will never really make it to the next level. To the level of, yeah, this is gonna be a reliable player at Chelsea. We have some Kophama, Kukulea, they are decent players. But what other youngsters, whether you like it or not, they will never make it. There are some decisions on recruiting, like recruiting Estevao, a player like Estevao, that's really good one. What about Gittins? What about Garnacho? There are those sort of players. Maybe they will make it, or they will not make it. So, for a manager who has a young squad with many players, talented players, who will need him to develop, they will need also, that means you have to find some minutes for them to play. Means the squad should rotate. That's what every manager should know. When you come to Chelsea, that's how you will be operating. We have a bunch of kids. They are very talented, but you have to find a minute to play them. And if it goes wrong, owners, directors will come to you and say, why results are like this? But in first hand, they told you, we have this and this. You have to rotate to find minutes to play for everybody in the squad. That's a big problem at Chelsea we have. Can't even blame Maresca. For 18 months he has been at the club. There was some ups and downs, of course, for every manager. Every manager of club with a stature like Chelsea, there are some ups and downs. For some ups of Maresca did really won silverwares. Conference League and Club World Cup. We have them in our trophy collection. It's Maresca who won them with his tactics. We saw what he did, the way he demolished recently. That final, we saw the way PSG has been destroying everyone, but what Maresca did during that final, it was unbelievable. we managed to win the game. We managed to win that game against PSG. And I personally think Maresca, to lose Maresca during this time, after a first half of the season, a manager like him, I don't think we're gonna get a replacement of Maresca. What do I mean? At least a manager who can do at least what Maresca did within 18 months. It's not easy because it's Chelsea. And the way we are operating, it's crazy. It's not for everyone who will even accept to join the project of Chelsea. That's the fact. Whether you like it or not, that's the fact. We will struggle to get a manager who will really move the needle at Chelsea, because the way we operate, our new model is insane. No elite manager will accept this model, this way of doing things, the way we are doing things at Chelsea, because it's crazy. That's what Pochettino said. We need to balance squad. But what the answer did he get? Pack your things. See you later. Thank you so much for what you have done. Much appreciated. Basically, that's what happened. Maresca. Especially for a manager like Maresca who worked under a top manager like Pep, who knows how a big club operates, the way a manager should be respected, the decisions of managers, what kind of decision a manager should take, and the control of a manager of a football club. Maresca, he was aware of all of that because he has been with Pep. He knows how Man City operates. It's a big club. He knows how big an elite manager like Pep operates. But if you want him to operate other ways, and he hasn't have the control of the squad, and he won 2 silverware with that squad we have, I don't think he will accept it. And bear in mind, there are some speculations. Maybe he will be a successor of Pep. The guy has something to say, whether you like it or not. He has something to say. And what he said, he had enough. He quit. That's actually explain why he didn't do the press conference after the game of Aston Villa. Because some people are saying that he already made his decision. He gonna quit Chelsea. He gonna leave with a mutual agreement between him and club, and left. Because the environment is not healthy for him as a manager, and it's not even healthy for any manager at Chelsea Football Club. The environment is not healthy for any football manager. Maybe if it's a head coach, who will come and only do coaching only, no recruiting. We're gonna recruit a player for you. Try to find the way this player gonna play. And I don't think we will get anyone to do that. And Maresca, the way he has been doing that, really, it was an incredible job. It was not really bad. He won 2 cups, 2 trophies. last season finishing in Big Four. Even now speaking, we are in Big Four, in top 5. Maybe could, in this second half of season, maybe Maresca would have, tried to change things. It even happened last season. This awful form of Chelsea in winter during December. It even happened last season, but he managed to find a way, and we finished it in top 4. Really, I have nothing to say about Maresca. Like I said, a managerial career of any manager, even these elite manager, they have ups and downs. But for a club like Chelsea, with this environment we have, I think Maresca did more than enough. He did more. What happened? When you know how things should be done, and someone come and tells you to do otherwise, and that person doesn't have really the baggage to say that. If you are a brilliant person, you're gonna leave the room. That's what Maresca did. He left the room. He left Chelsea Football Club because the managers, the owners, directors, they don't know what they're doing. The model they have, it's more easy to implement it. That's the reality. It's a harsh reality, but that's what you have to accept as Chelsea fans. What's now? What's next? What is the way forward for Chelsea Football Club? Whoever replace Maresca, for me, I think it will be to start again. And it's painful even to think about it. A manager to left after the first half of a season. At least, during the summer, you can try to consider all options available, but with Chelsea, we never consider all options available for elite managers. We already have an idea. Liam from Strasbourg is a part of Blue Core Impact, and he's the one on the top to replace Maresca. He's young and experienced like Maresca. He never worked under an elite manager. At least Maresca worked under Pep Guardiola, and we have seen really a glimpse of qualities of an elite manager from Maresca. We have seen those. That's why we won Club World Cup. But whoever replaced Enzo Maresca, it might be Glasner, Xavi Hernandez, Aliola, why not? Liam, I really don't think it's gonna be any change at Chelsea. The way we operate, spending a lot of money on youngsters who are inexperienced, who will come at the club to join a bunch of kids who are as well as also who are not experienced. That's why we have some inconsistency in Chelsea Football Club, the way we play. That's the reality. They play well against big boys, but when they are playing these mid-table clubs, we are like, we don't even exist. And it's reality. We have nobody to stand up, to step up and say, come on guys, let's do things like this. And I think this has been really some major issue with Chelsea, some setbacks of Chelsea. I think always what happened at Chelsea since they took over of Blue Core, it's always self-inflicted. Their owners and directors, they are the one to cause these sort of things. It can be unmanageable, but when you try to understand the big picture of things, what's gonna happen? It will always lead to the owners and directors. That's why I say it's always the problem we have at Chelsea. It's always self-inflicted by Chelsea owners. And this thing really needs to end. Otherwise, this project will always be project, bunch of kids. It's not working. Sometimes it looks like it is working, but sometimes you are like, this thing, it's mental. Even to think what Chelsea is doing, it's even mental. Who can spend that much money and you don't have an elite center back, an elite goalkeeper, an elite striker? But you have spent over 1 billion buying a bunch of kids who don't want it, sell them. Once their price goes high, you sell them, you cash it out. So Chelsea owners, they are not really, they are here for business, make money. Once they make when we look at what Todd Bowley said, he looks like he knows how things work. But other guys, they don't know. That's why there is this imbalance, misunderstanding between Chelsea owners. And Todd Bowley, guess what? Todd Bowley is not the major shareholder at Chelsea Football Club. So we will have to accept this. Maybe, finger crossed, something will pan out and, things sort it out itself. And we end up with a proper project without this sort of project of operating in a chaotic environment. Because this is not healthy for any football manager. Even if you bring Pep at Chelsea Football Club, he will fail. He will fail. Let me talk about rotations. Rotations at Chelsea Football Club, they are inevitable. With squad we have, with problem of injuries we have, to rotate, you have to rotate. Whether you like it or not, you have to rotate. And because the squad is imbalanced, some players, they are not on the level of playing for the club like Chelsea, even for the second team of Chelsea. When you rotate, because you have those problems of fitness for some players, when others play, they didn't step up because they are not there yet. They are not to the level yet. That's what happened. And I can really thank Maresca for what he did and medical staff. To get risk now, it was even insane. It was even impossible to think we risk ever again play a football match from the first minute to the end. But under Maresca and this medical staff, Reece is playing really well. Now we got Reece. He's this sort of player. It's better to have Reece on the pitch. We know how versatile he is. It's better to have him. Look at Wesley. He managed him and medical staff to get Wesley back. It seems like he's back, really. But the problem is will Wesley Fofana get better the way we saw Reece? Because Reece is doing great this season. He's doing great, and he's our key player. Of course, he's the captain, and he's our key player right now. Maybe we're hoping maybe he's gonna manage the same way Romeo Lavia, but the guy is gone. But from what we've heard already, those stuff was this management of players from injuries. It was a medical staff decisions. Maybe our medical staff did a great job not to rush players. Maybe Maresca want them to get better and come to play. But medical staff said, look, this certain player is Reece. He has to play this way. Manage him this way. You have no word to say. And Egbali said, look, you have no word to say about this. Follow this protocol for the fitness of Wesley. Follow this protocol for the witness of Romeo Lavia. And when results are not good, and come to Maresca and say, this nonsense, why, what, and what, you could imagine really if someone tells you do this and you do exactly the way told you to do the thing, and again come with this thing, what and what. To lose it, it's a human nature. It's a human, it's a human to sometimes, lose it. Especially if you are someone who knows exactly that thing is not right thing to do. And try to, to make some sense of that person. And because they are in control, and they decide, look, you have to do this otherwise, and you are a man, and you said, okay, I'm done here, my time here, I'm done. So that's what I think went really down at Chelsea Football Club, and I think it's been there for a quite while. We have seen some signs. I'm not even surprised for this decision of Maresca after that club, after that game of Villa, with that excuse, that's a PR, that's public relations sort of things. He had codes, those stuff now. For those who don't understand what's really going on, after that 24 hours worth for Enzo Maresca in his life, it was clear as crystal something was really bad. The fire was there, and there was some smokes. We've seen some smokes for a while. So this was the decision of Enzo Maresca. Now club trying to find a replacement for him, and I think next game at City at Etihad, it's really who gonna be in charge. And that's really a big defeat. I really don't know, but I think we're gonna lose the game. So that's me done, people. Let me know your comments down below what you think about the Chelsea Football Club, the way we operate, the way this blue co is operating. What do you think? Is really Maresca? Are we going to miss Maresca? Is it really a bad decision for Chelsea to let Maresca go? What's next for Chelsea Football Club? Are we really on a good track at Chelsea as a football club, as an elite football club? Let me know your thoughts, guys. And once again, Happy New Year. Remember to subscribe on this channel, guys. Peace.